What's up everybody, it's Matt from TDM Style here, and welcome back to the channel for another review, and today we're having a look at this watch from Limits. So before we get started, guys, I just wanted to quickly say sorry for taking so long to get this video out. I know it's been a couple weeks, and it's just my life outside of YouTube has been pretty crazy and just really packed schedule for the past couple weeks, so I have had no time to make any videos, so I kind of fell behind a little bit. But here we are, so let's get right in this review. We'll talk a little bit about the company first, and then we'll start off with packaging. So Limits is a Toronto-based company, and they basically have 5 different designs of men's watches that they are aiming to have a kind of upper scale appearance, but with an affordable price tag. Now, I can always appreciate when companies strive to keep it simple and just make, a small line of products, and these guys have done just that. So they've got 5 different watch designs you can choose from. Each one is $100 US, no frills. All right, so taking a look at the packaging first, my watch arrived in this little black box right here with some foam inside, and of course that was inside of an envelope. One thing that I did notice about this, I watched a handful of other reviews of these watches, and I noticed like Mike at Modern Man TV did one recently, and it seemed like everybody else's watch showed up in these beautiful, beautiful wooden boxes with kind of like engraving on the top and stuff. They look really, really nice. And mine showed up in this. So admittedly, I was a little bit disappointed with that. I was kind of looking forward to that wooden box. But at the end of the day, we are, number one, we're looking at the watch, not the packaging. And I mean, I'm not going to complain about the package that it came in, because really the company sent me a free watch to review. So shout out to Limits for the watch. And although a wooden box would have been nice and showy, I think honestly, since the watches are so affordable, I mean, they're $100. And I think if you have these very kind of meticulously crafted wooden boxes, that's probably eating up a good amount of your costs. So I think they maybe scaled down to this for their packaging, just to keep their watches at the same price point and not have to raise their prices, but that's just a guess. Now, looking inside the box, of course, you have your watch, and I've got this silver and black model here. And I do like the designs of their watches. Essentially, they're all pretty minimal. They don't have too many bells and whistles or, kind of outlandish looking features. They're pretty straightforward, but they do look a little bit on the dressier side, which I like. Now, in terms of the specs on the watch itself, we have a Japanese semi-mechanical quartz movement inside, a stainless steel back. The watch is also waterproof up to 3 ATM. And this one has an Italian leather band in that kind of alligator style leather, which again is another one of my favorite looks. Now, I am by no means a watch expert or a, watch movement expert, but I can say that in the few weeks that I've been wearing this watch, and in comparing it to several other watches that I have, which most of those also have Japanese quartz movements, I can say that they do keep very good time. They don't, they're not behind, they're not ahead. They do keep the time very well, as well as the date, so I think that they work great. And as far as the leather band on this one, I will say when you first take it out of the box, it is a bit stiff, so it does take a few days of wear to kind of break it in and soften it up a little bit, which is the case a lot of the times with leather. What I notice about this in particular is that the stitching seems really nice and kind of heavy duty. It doesn't seem like it's going to fall apart. The leather feels nice and solid. And on the back side, it does have the stamp that says genuine leather. And now that I have been wearing it for a few weeks and it's broken in a little bit, it does have a nice soft feel to it. Now, in terms of aesthetics, I'm glad that they sent me this silver and black one with the black band, because I wear a lot of dark clothes and I wear lots of blacks and grays and blues and things. So this particular watch goes very well with a lot of my outfits. And as I mentioned, it's a little bit dressier of a watch, but not so much that you can only wear it with a suit. I mean, you can wear this with all different kinds of outfits, whether they're super casual or somewhere in the middle or more formal. And that seems to be the case, at least for me, with their other watches as well. I think there are a couple that are a little bit on the dressier side that I would probably reserve for, some kind of suit, or at least like a nice, shirt and tie type of deal. But as far as their designs, I do like that they don't look the same as every other affordable watch company that's out there right now, of which there are several at this point. And I have noticed that when comparing them side by side, some of them have watches that look identical to one another, except for the little company name somewhere on the watch face. And that's not the case with these. These are on the unique side. They don't look like all the other companies. Now, in terms of price, I think $100 is a great price for these watches. I mean, they're, you know, it's not like a Rolex, but I don't want to spend money for a Rolex anyway. I think it's a great price for what they are. As I mentioned, they keep great time. I will also mention that I think that they are pretty hardy because admittedly, I have dropped this a few times onto my hardwood floor. Like I'm trying to get it on in the morning before work and it's dark and I'm tired and it slips off my wrist and hits the ground, and there is not a scratch or a dent on it anywhere. So they do hold up to some falls as well. And also with that $100 price, you do get free worldwide shipping. And I think what's really cool about this company is that with every watch from this collection is called Push Your Limits. With every watch that they sell from this collection, they donate 10% of the profits to the Prevent Child Abuse Foundation of America, and I just think that that's really, really cool. I always appreciate when companies try to give back like that, and I just think that that is a really great cause. All right, so overall thoughts. I like it. I definitely think that of the affordable watch brands that I've tried so far, these are actually on the cheaper spectrum too. I mean, a lot of these brands now you'll end up spending, you know, $125 or $150 or even upwards of $200 or $250. And I mean, these coming in at $100, I think that's a good price to get yourself a good looking watch that's going to last a while. You know, like don't bother going to Target and buying a $20 watch because it's going to break or it's going to just be crap. So you're gonna have to spend at least $100 to get something of quality, and I think these are just that. I think it's a great price point for everybody's budget. I like their designs, and I really like that they give back to the Prevent Child Abuse Foundation. So I definitely, if you're in the market for an affordable watch that looks nice and matches with a lot of different outfits and looks, definitely give Limits a try. So that wraps things up for this review, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it and found it informative. I do have lots more content coming up soon. I've got lots of hair product reviews coming up. We've got Clutch XL that I've been working on. I've got Lockhart's anti-gravity, number of other things. And so I'm hoping to really get back on track this week so that I can have get back to that weekly posting of videos for you guys. Although I am going to be pretty busy still, but I am going to work really hard so that I can get something out next weekend for you guys as well. If you haven't yet subscribed, please click that button to stay up to date with all the upcoming content on the channel. And as always, thank you guys so much for coming by and watching, and we'll see you at the next one.